ค What's up, guys? Welcome back. Right, well, we're about to get into the action, to get into our first match. Heading straight over in towards Erangel to see what the teams are going to be doing. And of course, we're in for quite a bit of a ride. The teams have been battling it out over 3 days. Each lobby or each group going at it to prove themselves to make it on up in towards the finals that we've got here today. So we're about to jump straight on into the action to see what the teams are going to be bringing us. So give us your predictions in the chat. Let us know, who do you think is going to be the team to clutch it out today? Let us know your thoughts. And of course, we've got a few interesting things to be talking about as the teams make their way on through this match. As mentioned, the first one is going to be heading straight in towards Erangel. So without much further ado, here we go. Alright, so as you can see, the team's now getting themselves ready. Just waiting for that flight path to come in, and we can see where it's going to be going. Of course, waiting to see where the teams are going to be heading off into. So that is going to be quite the interesting part. Let me know, are you guys as excited about this as we are? As you can see, of course, that flight path now just starting itself off, making its way on through. So now we just wait to see whether or not everything is locked and loaded. Making sure the volume is where it is supposed to be. But here we go, here we go. The flight path now coming in from Primorsk, making its way over towards Kameshki. So this is where we're going to be seeing where the teams are going to be dropping down. We've got a very decent flight path here for the teams. And of course, in the first day, we've seen the players from Het Gaming, as well as the team there from E9, dropping over towards that western side. A few teams actually starting things off over on that western side. Curious to see whether or not the players there from NASR are going to be dropping down over towards school for yet another turn. Will we be seeing the players from Navi pushing on in towards Pachinki? You can see Vamos now already starting to make their way on down. So now we wait to see where they're going to be dropping down. Are we going to be seeing a few teams getting into that early game engagement? Or will we get off to a little bit of a more passive start? Few teams already dropping down over towards Primorsk and Ferry Pier region. As you can see, the team there from GSG now just moving in to position over towards that southern end. So patiently waiting to see where these teams are going to be going. Vamos quite spread out across the map. As you can see, Big Boy coming in, dropping down in between the players there from GSG. And of course, we got the players there from the ARB Champions now heading straight in towards that western bridge. The zone, of course, coming in, forming over that western side. So hopefully we're in for quite a bit of a ride as the teams have to try and make their way all the way across. But for now, as you can see, the team starting things off, coming in. Right here, we got the Gunz Esports team right alongside the team here from KDV, dropping down right in Pachinki. So got a few nades already getting sent over across towards them. Both teams now just quickly trying to get enough loot, so they are ready and prepped for the fight to come. So let me know in the chat, do you think we're going to be seeing the aggression coming in from these teams? YaLLa already starting things off there. One of the players from Navi. KDV rather, getting hit in the process as Gunz starting to push on in towards them. So now we wait to see, will we see a continuation of that momentum, or will they push forward and continue with the hits? Oh, the hits now starting to come in as the teams are starting to take aim towards each other. Here we go, another hit, a nice follow through coming in there from the Gunz Esports team as they claim their first kill over towards KDV. I keep on saying the wrong name, but here we are nonetheless. So the last time we saw the players from KDV over on Erangel, they claimed that first chicken dinner for the first map on day 2. Gunz, of course, coming in over in 9th place. So will we see a swap around on that? Will the players from Gun be able to sustain the momentum that they had in their very first game? Or will we see the players here Sorry, yeah, will KDV step up and claim that chicken once again? Or will we see the players from Gunz actually move up, contest them for that position, and maybe even send them back into the lobby early? Got no idea. We'll be finding out in due time, as the teams are now just deciding whether or not they want to try and take these approaches, or if they're going to try and rotate out, move into a more secure position. You can see down in the bottom right there, of course, we've got the teams now starting to move closer together. Little bit of action now starting to mount as the teams are getting closer and closer together. This also not too far from where we are right now. Here we go, the teams on both screens getting the fight ready, prepping themselves up for the action. See a little bit of passive play, a little bit of caution coming in over down in the bottom right. Same can of course be said, as you can see over here in Pubg, as the teams are not overcommitting to those rotations just yet. We've got the Vamos team now coming in the kill feed there, finding a few easy hits on across. There we go, KDV now once again just prepping themselves up, starting to fall back over towards the church. See the team there from Gunz still holding their position, just making sure, hoping to find any potential movement. Teams, of course, being quite eager to get into the fights, but also to such an extent that they won't overcommit, overexpose themselves. KDV now coming in with a slow few steady taps over towards the team there from Gun. Got Trofgar now just dropping down, trying to reposition. We can see another player there, of course. It's the Evo Station just moving up, rotating up onto that edge. Of course, now jumping over towards Schoolers. You can see the players here from NASR, same spot as we've been seeing them dropping in consistently over the Wrangle games that we've been witnessing them in. And for the time being, no one there to contest them. So they came second on their first visit on Erangel. The second one on that first day for them of the Group B section. We had them placed in 13th place. So far, they're still looking decent. Looks like they might be getting up. Still sitting in 18th place. You can see ResQ, of course, not taking up possession here. Right on Everest. But of course, they are in the red zone as well. Now that zone has shifted over towards the west, as we saw. Oh, Blood getting knocked out by the red zone. What an interesting way to start off this first few matches. But of course, now ResQ having a beautiful vantage point over towards the Georgia Bull crates. And you can see them now just paying close attention to the team that we've got down there. So now what we're waiting to see is where the zone is going to go after this first phase concludes. Will we see that zone continuing over towards the west? Will it start moving up over towards the northern side? That is what we wait to have answered. And the players here from GSG now also just making their way around. So they didn't drop all the way down in Primorsk like we usually see them doing. But now they're making their way on up on the approach, heading in towards the zone. So that blue zone now starting to close in. We've got the players here from FIDANZA dropping down over in a Gatka. So slight movement, a slight deviation from the spot that we've been seeing them dropping in as well. Normally we see them dropping down over towards Razak, but for this one we see them occupying Gatka. Now we just wait. Fairly decent positioning within the zone. Of course, they are in the coming phase. The teams now just starting to prep themselves. All 18 teams still alive. Only one or two players getting sent back into the lobby so far. The pressure is starting to mount. The teams are starting to move on forward. We've got the players here from Navi, as you can see over in North George. Just enjoying the scenery, enjoying the quiet time for the time being. But we've got another team now starting to move in. Destiny on the approach. Destiny also clutching that chicken dinner on their first visit on the Erangel map. So will they be the team to step on up, claim that chicken dinner? Or will it be one of the other teams? So we've got a few teams actually in here that managed to clutch those chicken dinners. We've got the players from Feelings claiming the chicken dinner for Group A. We've got the players from KDV coming in for Group B with the chicken. And then, of course, Destiny claiming the chicken for Group C. You see the players there from Gunz now. Also just in the kill feed, taking that fight up with the team here from Snitch. So, of course, coming in with their rotation now, getting caught in a bit of a predicament here as the players from Snitch are starting to move in towards them, finding their hits, and of course sending Gunz right back into the lobby. So there we go. There we have it. Gunz is the first team to get sent off. And of course, a very decent start here for Snitch, down to 2 players. But of course, ending off the fight with 4 kills. So what better way would you want to have it? Well, aside probably from having all your players still alive. So Snitch now just getting ready, prepping themselves for that rotation. The players here, of course, now from the ARB Champions, making their way on off from that Sosnovka military island, heading in towards the zone. So now we wait to see where they're going to be moving in. Will we see them move into a centralized position within the zone? Will they take up a more easterly position there, or will they try and maybe move up to that far western edge, right on to the edge of that coastline? As you can see, Navi, the players here from Vamos now just surrounding the team here from GSG. The shots starting to fly on up. First knock already flying over towards GSG. Beautiful hits now coming in towards Vamos. Andalito just defending the position, finding the hits on over towards Vamos. But up comes Halt now moving in to try and get that res. Will Andalito be able to clutch this one out and keep them at bay? Two players remain for GSG. Down goes Andalito. So Hulk and Steve also the 2 remaining players, unless of course they can get those reses in on their teammates. So a lot of pressure now just lying on a Kamara's shoulders, as they need to try and push in, try and avenge the players. Could maybe move in with a bit of a third party just to find those final few hits, but it seems like Kamara is choosing the safer option, deciding to rather rotate away, move into a more advantageous positioning instead of wasting the opportunity, getting the team sent on back into the lobby. As you can see, the things are really starting to light up as we jump over towards the players here from Konina Power, going up against the team there, of course, from the Arab Madness. You can see Riyadh now just caught in a beautiful Konina sandwich. Will he be able to get himself out of this fight? Oh, here we go, starting to push on in, finds a beautiful knock. Good way to start things off. Up comes another player there from Konina now, starting to apply the pressure. Quick grenade getting flung in there from Riyadh. His teammate just holding up over towards that northern position. Arab Madness still sitting on a 4 squad, and the players now starting to mobilize themselves, starting to head on in just to apply that extra bit of support. Here comes the team now starting to push on in. Will they be able to get the knock in on Konina Power? Or will Konina Power be able to fend them off and find the hits? So many hits, of course, flying up towards Konina. Will they be able to make a comeback from this? Game of Thrones now just getting stuck on the side of the building here, but here we go, straight back into the action. Konina now finding a quick few shots over towards Arab Madness. Got NASR also now moving in right from behind. Team's now battling it out on the side of the wall. The Arab Madness team getting sent down to the last remaining player. Fortunately, he's been able to move himself up to that hill just to stay out of the damage. The players here from Konina Power now feeling the pressure, feeling that sting, as NASR starting to apply the pressure, finding some easy third body shots in towards them, capitalizing on the damage that has already been done to them. So Konina Power now just trying to recover a little bit of health. See them quickly dropping down the smokes, sharing a little bit of meds. But NASR now taking up position up on that hill, keeping a very watchful eye. So this is definitely going to be quite a challenging position for Konina Power to rotate out of. So far, so good. They managed to get out of that one unscathed. And of course, you can see the zone has shifted down towards the southern region. We still have Everest in play. And of course, the teams are now spread out all across the map. So it's going to be quite interesting to see as we get into those later phases what the teams are going to be doing. But of course, on screen, you can see now the players here from Snitch and the team from YaLLa just on the opposite end, just holding their own right to that eastern side of Gatka. So Snitch down to a 2-man team. We've seen a few shots coming in from Quark in previous matches. So will he be able to hold his own against the players sitting on the side? You can see the players here from Destiny. They've also now just moved up over towards that far western side. Navi just sitting on the way far edge. They're keeping a very watchful eye over towards Quarry. Just trying to see if they can find a potential angle. Now, of course, taking occupation of the swamps. See E9 right there behind them as well. So things could start to heat up depending on where these teams are going to be rotating up towards. Will we see a bit of aggression now starting to come in? We're almost 15 minutes into the match. We've only seen one team go down. So the only thing that tells me is that we are in for quite a bit of a ride as we get into those later phases, when the teams are going to get up close and personal into that CQC bit of action. Hoping for a bit of a northern push, potentially, maybe, depending on where the zone feels like it wants to go. Of course, as you can see there, we got everyone just about in zone. Oh, the zone now shifting down over towards Quarry. So with 15 teams still in the mix, this is going to be a super spicy team. So this is where we want to see which team is going to be the team to try and move up in towards the Quarry Hills. Take up position. As you can see, the ARB players are already getting the rotation sorted. Vamos also making their way on in. Feelings coming in from the north there. FIDANZA right there alongside them. Navi now taking the opportunity, rotating in along that western side. We could potentially see them pushing all the way through in towards the south. But also we see Konina Power moving in the same direction. So will this mean we're going to be seeing these two teams going head to head? Well, we'll find out soon enough. Konina now just quickly pulling up the handbrake just as they make their entry into that zone. Game of Thrones now starting to push even further upwards. Vamos hard on their heels. So things are about to start heating up as these teams are now all battling or about to start battling for possession of Quarry. Here we see Vamos now going up against Game of Thrones. So both these two teams, of course, battling things out over in day one. Vamos was able to claim that second position. Game of Thrones coming in on 5th place. Let's see, will they be able to change things around and maybe kick one of the opposing teams right back into the lobby? Vamos already taking quite a bit of damage. 2 players getting knocked out, and the players here from Game of Thrones only now sitting on a 3-man team. So could the numbers be in their favor, or could it be counting against them? Tikapon now just trying to make that rotation along the wall, trying to find an angle in on Vamos. Nasr now finding a quick few shots as well over towards FIDANZA as the teams are pushing on in. Oh, but their heads, just look at that. Game of Thrones losing Nasr for the time being. Will they try now to move in and potentially get that res in? There's, of course, quite a few players in the surrounding area here. FIDANZA now moving on up. The 2 teams about to start facing off. The head starting to fly in, as you can see. Sats now just trying to fall back into a bit of hard cover there. Capon taking quite a bit of damage. Will he opt in for a heal? Oh, FIDANZA now trying to secure the building. Sats now just quickly trying to rotate around the outside, trying to get that angle in on Game of Thrones. But fortunately for Game of Thrones, they've managed to quickly fall back. Just get into a bit of hard cover to put a bit of distance between them. But there's so many teams in the vicinity. Move too much to one side and you could see yourself getting hit by a team that you were not focusing on whatsoever. But here we go. You can see Vampire and Capon now trying to find a quick few shots, quick few easy hits, in fact, over towards Sats. But Sats now just prepping up the buggy. Not committing to that rotation just yet. Trying to lure the players here from Game of Thrones out. Capon now cooking that nade up. That red dot just being focused almost right there on his head. You can see the players there, of course, from the ARB Champions just situated over towards the side there. So we could see a bit of a third party coming in towards that, depending on how these teams are going to be rotating. The zone now once again just moving up a little bit further towards the north. So just keeps on sending these players around in circles, having to keep on guessing where the zone it's going to be heading. The moment you see them move in, secure a position, they have to keep on moving up once again. Let's see, here we go. The team's starting to rotate. Oh, there we go. Konina Power now rushing in. FIDANZA moving out, falling back a little bit, trying to get in from this northern side. Oh, Konina Power falling off of a height. NASR stepping on up, claiming that easy kill. But we still see Dino here from FIDANZA trying to get the shots over towards Game of Thrones. So the battle is on for the southern region of the map, of the zone. You see the action, of course, now unfolding once again down in the bottom right as the teams starting to find those hits. ResQ finding a quick few shots over towards the players there from Navi. And of course, FIDANZA still trying to get those shots on over towards them. Navi now quickly having to make a decision. Are they going to try and get out of there, or are they going to try and stay put, just hold on? Kitsune, as you can see now, the last remaining player, quite a bit of damage already being done to ResQ, but up comes NASR. Oh, Navi finding the hits over towards ResQ. Might be the last remaining player, but it is far from over. They are still going to be trying to battle it out all the way down to the final, all the way down to the end. Navi now quickly trying to regain some health. Kitsune now getting ready. Are we going to see that rotation come in with a vehicle? The blue zone, of course, now catching up, so it is starting to do quite a bit more damage. GSG, as you can see, also right here on the side. Kamara, also the last remaining player for the team. So will we see any more kills coming in for GSG? Kamara now starting with their rotation, getting ready to push further in towards the zone. Navi not being able to commit to that rotation as we've got a few players still holding up. ResQ now just waiting here. 2 players remain for ResQ. 1v2, Navi versus ResQ. Up comes Navi, pushing in. First one goes down. Oh! But Navi gets sent right on back. And with that, ResQ gets claimed by the blue zone. So we are now down to 13 teams. And just look at the positioning here. We've got only one team, Konina Power, situated within the zone. The rest of the lobby just spread out along the edge of that zone. So Destiny on that far western side. We've got the players from Feelings just over towards the north. KDV sitting over in the far north. YaLLa right there on the drop. Snitch now also just moving into the compounds over towards that eastern side of the zone. So this is now where we wait to see what is going to be happening. The players from the Arab Madness team down to 1 as well, all the way down in the south. As you can see them now trying to push on in, trying to squeeze into that zone. But FIDANZA also just getting a few casualties towards them. E9 still holding on to their position. They have not rotated out yet. But here we go. ARB Champions now getting ready to move. Oh, getting caught in a bit of a ditch. Caught in crossfire as well as the teams are starting to push on forward. The pressure mounting up once again. Vamos coming in with a beautiful positioning up on the hill. ARB Champions down to 1. Will Vamos be able to find these last few shots in towards them just to seal the deal and get the dub? KB now also coming in. Konina Power, as you can see, just situated over on that western side of the zone. Everyone now getting ready, trying to push on in. Frantically trying to find a position to defend. Here we go. E9 up, willing up right here alongside Vamos. FIDANZA caught out in the blue zone. Will they be able to pull on in? Oh, ARB now getting rushed as E9 starts pushing forward. The hits come in. Beautiful defense though coming in, but Vamos just stepping on in, adding a bit of third party into the mix. Down goes ARB Champions. The grenade now getting sent on there from Vamos. Will E9 be able to hold up? That nade finds quite a bit of damage. Masterpiece now starting to bleed out slowly but surely. Hulk now starting to rush on in as well. Hand of God just up ahead. Will this be the one for E9? Will Vamos be able to clutch it out? Hulk trying so hard to find the shots, but of course the hit there from Hand of God just finding the way on through. Big Boy and Nawaf up on the hill. Oh, down goes Big Boy. One player now remains for Vamos. Quite a bit of carnage. The teams are just scattered all across. You can see Feelings still holding on. We've got Konina Power still alive. 7 teams in total. YaLLa now starting to get pushed here by the players from Feelings. Both teams situated within the zone up in the northern territories. Those grenades and utilities now getting sent across as they're trying to find the damage. You can see Snitch also not too far over towards that eastern side. So things are definitely starting to heat up. KDV down to their last remaining hopeful from what we can see. So let's see, will Feelings be able to move in and get the jump in on YaLLa? Or will YaLLa be able to defend their position? 6 teams remain. The blue zone starting to close on in. The teams starting to take aim on towards each other. Hit after hit, finding its way across. Flex now taking a little bit of damage. Snitch trying to get ahead of that blue zone as they're trying to rotate up. Konina Power getting hit as well. Right on the edge, not just in the zone. Oh, but the shots just fly on through. Vamos feeling that pressure as they get sent on off into the lobby. 4 teams now left to battle it out. We got YaLLa, we got Feelings, we got the players from Snitch. And then, of course, Konina Power also just holding on for dear life, situated down in the southern region. The remainder of the lobby battling it out for control of the north. So here we go. The team's now moving up into what could be, or well, rather what is, one of our final few zones. Who will be the team to clutch the chicken dinner in our first match of the evening here in the grand finals? Will it be Snitch? Will it be Feelings? Will it be Konina Power? Or will it be YaLLa? So YaLLa looking strong there on 3 players. But of course, Feelings sitting on 4 players. A full squad still alive for them. Powerful now quickly trying to rush in towards that zone. Trying to squeeze on over towards this eastern side. But Feelings just looking amazingly strong. Full squad pushing on up. Moving on in. Will they be able to clutch it out? The shots, of course, flying in. Down goes Rolex. Snitch still just holding on all the way out in that blue zone. Now applying a bit of a heal strat. Konina Power now just caught up behind the drop. Very fortunate positioning there. YaLLa now taking quite a bit of damage. Powerful now just there on the edge of the zone. Feelings continuously applying the pressure in towards them. But of course, Feelings gets taken down to their last player as well. Down they go. What? Wow, YaLLa just managing to hold on right to the end. And unfortunately, Feelings got eaten up by the zone. Or it was either the zone or that nade that we heard of going off right there at the end. And of course, Snitch applying that heal strat right all the way into 3rd place. So YaLLa claiming the chicken dinner alongside 3 kills. We got Feelings coming in 2nd place with 6 kills. And then of course, Snitch also coming in 3rd place with 6 kills. So quite the amazing performance that we've been seeing here between the players. As you can see there also, Vamos taking 5th place with 7 kills. KVD finishing up in 6th place with 5. We got the players from FIDANZA finishing in 7th place with 2 kills. We got E9 over in 8th place with 3 kills. And of course, GSG in 9th with 1. NASR in 10th place, finishing off their fight with 3 kills. And of course, ARB getting sent back into the lobby in 11th place. 2 kills in hand, so not too bad. Not too bad. Destiny. I feel sad for Destiny. We saw a beautiful chicken coming in from them on their day 1. And well, here they are getting sent back in 12th place. Only 1 kill for the team. The Arab Madness team, of course, in 13th with their 2 kills. And we move on over towards the players coming in there from Alpha Legend. Taking up that position in 14th place. ResQ over in 15th with 2. We got Navi in 16th place, also ending off with 2 kills. Game of Thrones over in 17th. And we got the Gunz team, of course, finishing up their play in 18th place with 3 kills. So what a pretty tough start that has been. The players just reading that zone. A pretty aggressive shift that we had right off the start. Moving over towards that far western side. But the teams were able to move on in, finding themselves into that position. And of course, at the end of the day, YaLLa just having luck in their favor, managing to clutch that chicken dinner. Man, absolutely phenomenal stuff. Next up, we're going to be heading over in towards the Miramar map. So we're going to be pushing forward, trying to see what these teams are going to be doing. But of course, let us know in the chat who you are supporting. Who do you think is going to be clutching it out over on the Miramar map? But of course, we'll be back in a short few minutes. See you guys back after the break. What's up, guys? Welcome back. Right, so what an interesting match that first one was. Let's have a quick look at how long these teams had lasted for. As you can see, of course, the players there from YaLLa Esports surviving 27 minutes and 11 seconds, managing to bring in 3 kills. We got the players from hetFEELINGS coming in second place. Well, lasting up until second place with 27 minutes and 3 seconds, claiming 6 kills. Snitch just a few seconds shorter, also on 6. But we got Konina Power coming in with 13 kills, going out in 4th. And then, of course, the players there from Team Vamos going out in 5th with 7 kills. So, of course, we have an MVP for the match of, well, that one goes straight to Konina Power. We got Mr. Pioneer coming in there with 11 kills, surviving for 26 minutes and 47 seconds. What a crazy match it has been. And, of course, our overall standings, we got Konina Power moving themselves all the way up into pole position. Those 13 kills really paying off, even though they ended in 4th place. 13 kills to seal the deal for them, pushing YaLLa Esports down into second place. Not the most ideal position, not exactly where they would have wanted to find themselves, but it is what it is. So let's jump straight into the match. As you can see, the teams, of course, now starting to make their way on down that flight path, coming in from the northwest rather, and making its way just to north of Impala. So now we wait to see where these teams are going to be dropping down into. Will we see them pushing in to the spots that we saw them on their last visit on the Miramar map? Will they be pushing in to the exact same positions once again? You got the players there from Navi, of course, pushing up straight into La Cabrera. Last time we saw them heading over in towards the power grid. But for this one, they are touching down right there on that northern side. The zone, of course, now also moving up in towards that northeastern region. So we've got quite a nice big concentration of teams already positioned within the zone. So now we wait to see what the teams are going to be doing with this first phase. They've got quite a bit of time until that zone starts closing in, until the blue zone starts moving up. 3 minutes and about 40 seconds on the clock. You can see the players here from YaLLa and KDV already starting the fight. Getting into the action, trying to get in on that early game hit. Of course, we saw KDV in the last match that they played on Miramar, getting sent back in 10th place. The players from YaLLa managing to make it up in towards 8th. So will we see these two teams pushing further, making it further past the points where we saw them last? Or will they kind of end it off with each other right here in San Martin? We'll find out soon enough. But of course, as we saw the kill feed, the teams are starting with the action. 70 players, 18 teams still alive. See the action over in that bottom right corner. The teams are all just making their way around, trying to get a bit of loot, prep themselves for what we should be seeing in the coming zone. A few grenades now flying up as well. So things really starting to heat up. We got the Arab Madness coming in with another hit there in the kill feed. The teams are doing a nice bit of dancing. Oh, the shots coming in. E9 getting pushed as the players there from Destiny move in and confirm the kill, sending them right back on into the lobby. But in the meantime, we are waiting to see what is going to be happening here with KDV. We see them pushing up over towards the players here from YaLLa. YaLLa, of course, not trying to make a rotation, trying to head further in towards the north. Trying to secure themselves for the coming zone. KDV still just managing to find a quick few hits over towards them. You see Lunatic just taking up position, waiting in the window. So KDV now starting to push on in, applying the pressure, rotating up, another hit coming through. So KDV already starting this match off, sitting on 2 kills. YaLLa taking quite a bit of damage. So this might be an early end. Powerful, of course, the last remaining player here for the YaLLa team, as KDV has been moving up. Oh, and just finding those heads straight in towards them. So off goes YaLLa, the first team into the lobby, not able to make it past their previous positioning. But now we see the players here from Arab Madness right here in the thick of it with the players from the ARB Champions. So let's see what these two teams are going to be doing. ARB Champions, of course, claiming 6th place on their last visit over towards the Miramar map. We saw the players from Arab Madness lasting up until 14th place. Last time we had the players from Arab Madness, they dropped all the way down in towards those southern regions. Almost all the way over towards the spawn island. Now, as you can see, they've moved up. Taking a little bit of a different approach. The shots now starting to come on in over towards the champions here. Arab Madness now coming in just to confirm the kill. Already raking in 2. Will they be able to continue onwards with that trend? Still sitting on 17 teams. You can see the ARB champions now just up in the north. Trying to reposition themselves so they could maybe potentially find an angle over towards the players there from the Arab Madness. But they are looking pretty strong still. Arab Madness still sitting on a full squad. Some nice aggression that we are seeing coming in from these teams. Applying the pressure and of course continuing over towards Game of Thrones. And the players making their way around. The players here from Alpha Legends getting hit pretty hard now as Game of Thrones moving up capitalizing on the chaos. In fact, chaos now just hanging out behind the wall here, trying to find a quick shot over towards Nasr. The three-man rush coming in over towards them. First hit finds its way on through. One player remains now for Alpha. Will they be able to clutch this one out as Game of Thrones just move on in and send them right back into the lobby? So our second team back, going out in 17th place, is the players there from the Alpha Legends. In their previous visit, we saw them going out in 15th place. So things are really changing up. Teams so far not managing to get into those positions we've seen before. Of course, speaking of that, the players here now from the Arab Madness team still frantically searching for the ARB champions, looking to see if they can find them. They are hungry for those kills. They are hungry for the action. And they want to send them packing. Will they be able to find the jump on them? So let us know, who do you think is going to be our top team for Miramar? Who do you think is going to be the team to clutch it out? We've seen Navi claiming the chicken dinner before. We've had the players from Gunz also claiming the chicken dinner. And that is it. We don't have any of the teams coming in from Group A clutching the chicken dinner in their first visit over on day one. So Arab Madness now frantically searching still through the buildings here. And hopefully soon enough they could find them. As you can see, of course, WGN already finding Atush. Was that Alush? Right there up on the top floor. Moving in. Yep, that is Alush. There we go. So we got the ARB champions really spread out, trying to just keep the team here from the Arab Madness at bay. Quick few shots coming in there from Alush. Oh, we got a nade now getting prepped up as well. M7 cooking it up. Are we going to see that one getting sent on off? Is it going to go flying up the stairs or in through the window? It could, of course, come in from any direction. So both players now here from ARB Champions. Both players have been able to raise themselves up. Not at full health just yet, but Alush, fortunately, sitting at full health. But he's quite a bit of challenge just up ahead of him. Three players basically gatekeeping him right on the top story. Quickly trying to make his way on through. Up they come. Arab Madness now starting to rush on in. Finds the head straight in towards them. Up comes the last remaining player now. Is he going to try and get it? L3 rushing in. Finds a beautiful hit. Right as the Arab Madness jump out the window. Oh, jump shot coming in, but it is not enough. Raid finding the shots and sends them right back into the lobby. And off they go. ARB champions getting sent back in 16th place. So 15 teams still remain. 58 players left to battle it out for that chicken dinner. Teams now, of course, making their way around. We're moving over towards water treatment. As you can see, GSG and KDV going head to head. Finding a quick few shots coming in there from Tudor, just to remind the players to not try anything foolish. Kamara now trying to get up onto the roof. Trying to find that positioning. Trying to find that vantage point. Oh, FIDANZA now exchanging a few shots there with Feelings. Will Feelings be able to hold on to this one? Taking a few casualties in the process. FIDANZA looking pretty strong there. Coming up with a beautiful line of defense, or line of aggression rather. Let's call it that. Beautiful offensive play that we see. And of course the players here from Feelings now being forced to rotate away. Because they know if they hang around, they will get sent right back into the lobby. See, here we go as they push on over in towards Graveyard. We saw a few more hits coming in the kill feed as well. The teams are starting to get closer and closer together. Destiny now starting to move up over towards ResQ. So you can see ResQ down to 3-man team. Destiny with 3 players on the screen and for the time being. Let's see, will they be able to get that res in? Both teams now, of course, going in for the reses. Right, so everyone pretty much almost prepped and ready to go. There we go. Destiny back to 4 players, in fact. Here we go. ResQ now getting hit. Destiny trying to breach into the building, trying to get in. But just a great defense coming in from ResQ as they're holding the fort. Keeping the players from Destiny at bay, finding the hits and of course knocking them out. You can see Moza now trying to move up as well. The last remaining player for Destiny. Will he be able to clutch it out? ResQ of course taking quite a bit of damage. So Coyote and Wild alone, the two remaining players, their blood also now just getting raised up. Quickly recovering a little bit of health. It's quite a bit of a challenge here left now for Destiny. Up comes the team of ResQ. And they send Destiny right into the lobby. So Destiny gets sent off over in 15th place. That of course brings the kill count for the players there from ResQ up to 4. But now we see Vamos and KDV right here on the outskirts of Hacienda del Patron. Lunatic now starting to cook up that nade. Ooh, finds a little bit of damage. KDV looking fairly strong still, just moving in. And look at this aggressive push that we've got coming in here from them. Covering all the angles as they make their way on through. But of course we've got a Hulk just lurking there on the side. Patiently waiting. Hoping to see someone just try and gain entry. Oh, but here we go. They are right up in each other's grills. Oh, Vamos. Losing another player in the process. So everything now riding on Hulk. Oh, but he just gets rushed. Brute just finds the hits and sends him right back into the lobby. Well done to KDV. So there we go. Yet another team getting sent on back. Pretty tough start. As you can see, the team still spread out fairly decently across the zone. We got the players from Navi, of course, sitting all the way up in the north. So they haven't rotated much. Well, there was no need for them really to rotate, as that zone is still continuing to stay in and around that northern region. But the teams that we see over towards the eastern side, in fact, that northeastern side, starting to make their way on in. We see the players there now heading on in from the Arab Madness team, making their entry in towards zone. So we've got Gunz and of course the players there from Snitch over towards that western end. Pretty close proximity. We got Nasr now just admiring the scenery. Paying close attention to the surrounding area. Game of Thrones now of course just pulling up into a few compounds as well. The red zone in place, so they don't have much other option. They have to pull in. Try and stay in cover just for the time being. Nothing worse than getting sent back into the lobby in the early game. We're only on the second phase, about to move into the third. Already seeing 5 teams getting sent on back. ResQ now just perched up on the hill, right here to the south of the players there from E9. So will we now see the players here from ResQ start pushing in over towards E9? Last time we saw ResQ over on Miramar, they were only able to get up to 11th place. E9, of course, making it all the way up until 6th place. So there is quite a bit of disparity still for these teams to play with. Will they be able to make themselves up into that position and send one of the opposing teams back into the lobby? Or will this be the end for either of them? See, of course, now we're just waiting to see where we're going to be going for phase 3. Oh, and it moves in towards that northeastern region. Navi, of course, now sitting quite comfortable right there. But now this is the long, treacherous track that we're going to be seeing coming in for the players there from E9 all the way down in towards the south. But of course, they're not the only team that needs to cover that distance. You can see we've got Feelings just towards the north of them. We got FIDANZA, we got Nasr, Snitch. All these teams need to try and move up, try and squeeze in, find an approach into that zone, get a good entry point, and of course potentially set themselves up for decent exit, depending on where that zone is going to be taking them. So you can see ResQ now starting to move on up over towards E9 as well, right there behind them. So now we wait to see who's going to be taking an aggressive rotation. Will we see any teams trying to play it safe? There's quite a few teams still remaining, as mentioned before. I think there's about 13 of them. So it's going to be quite a tough zone. But looking over towards the players there from Game of Thrones, situated in that southeastern region. NASR moving in right behind them. Konina Power just up ahead of them. And KDV also now just making their way on through. FIDANZA finding their entry in towards that southern portion of the zone. But we still see 3 teams hanging around over in towards the north. This could be where we see the players from E9 rushing in towards the players from Feelings. We could actually see that happening now, depending on whether or not they're going to try and take those engagements. So Feelings currently situated in 3rd place on the overall leaderboard. So they would really try not to get sent back just yet. E9, of course, sitting all the way down in 9th place. So it could be a bit of a crucial fight for them. But of course, you can see the teams now managing to evade each other for the time being, making those rotations. We're seeing a nice big chunk, big concentration of teams down in that south. So things are going to start getting pretty spicy. It's going to get pretty heated. Especially if that zone moves north. If it stays in the south, I'm pretty sure we're going to be seeing still quite a bit of pressure on the teams. But I don't think it's going to be as crazy if that zone were to shift up in towards that northern region. Snitch now, of course, just finding their way on in towards the zone. So this is where it is getting super interesting. The blue zone now starting to catch up there with the players from Feelings as well as ResQ. They're trying to make their way on in. ResQ now aiming to come in on that eastern side. But as you can see, the players here from Game of Thrones, they are really well situated just down in the valley here. And if NASR play this one well, they can actually just capitalize on that. And that's, of course, what they're doing, moving in from that vantage point, that higher ground positioning they've got, using it to their favor. It's causing a bit of a disruption in towards Game of Thrones. It's going to be a tough position to be holding, especially here for Batika, as FIDANZA is also now rotating on in. He's quite separated from the rest of the team. So Miracle now just moving in. Will we see a Miracle coming in? Or will this be an easy hit? Well, so far the shots are finding their way on over from NASR. ResQ now getting knocked out by the blue zone. The team still battling to gain entry into the zone. But a nice steady shot coming in there from Chico. See the players from Feelings now just trying to get ahead. Just quickly rushing in towards zone. FIDANZA also right there alongside them. Slow steady tap once again coming in. Oh, but there we go. Chico coming in with another hit. Is capitalizing on those ranged attacks. Also really difficult position for Feelings. FIDANZA finding themselves in an equally challenging spot as that zone now shifts down. And this is where we're going to be seeing the things now starting to heat up as the teams are already close to each other. Now they're going to start getting restless, start looking for the engagements, start looking for those shots. Chico now getting hit in the process as well. FIDANZA now starting to retaliate up against them. NASR still looking pretty decent though. Full squad. So let's see, will they be able to clutch this one out? Just hold on long enough. Last time they made it all the way up and towards 3rd place. So far, we're waiting to see who's going to be the team to get sent back in 13th place. Snitch is now taking aim over towards the players there from Gunz, as you can see in the kill feed as well. GSG also coming in with a few shots, but the players here from Feelings now trying to decide if they're going to try and risk it, trying to rush on in. Oh, they definitely going to try, but they live to regret that. And of course, with that, they get sent right back into the lobby as NASR just stop them dead in their tracks, and off they go. E9 now trying to find their way on into the zone, coming in from the west. Let's see, will YaLLa be able to find a spot, find a position before the vehicle gets blown up? No! Down they go. E9 getting sent right on back. Gunz finding the necessary damage. Instant regret coming in right there. And of course, the players from GSG now taking up their own positioning over on this western side of the zone. 12 teams remain. E9 now starting to apply the pressure over towards Navi. Down goes Boss. Kitsune now moving up. Will Kitsune once again be the last remaining hopeful for the team? So far, things are looking pretty decent for Na'Vi, though. They still have 3 players alive. Masterpiece now taking quite a bit of damage. Will this be the end for Masterpiece? As you can see, Na'Vi now starting to move up. He is the last remaining player of the E9 team. Ooh, but the players there from the Arab Madness team get sent back in 13th place. So will E9 be the team for 12th? Yes, down they go. Back to warm the lobby, and Na'Vi claim the kills. But of course, you can see just up ahead, the teams are now starting to push further in towards the zone. Everyone now just trying to move in. And as we know, over on Miramar, then we have some regions that are quite barren, quite exposed, with only a select few compounds. You can see Konina Power taking up possession of the one compound. We got KDV on the opposite end. And now the players here from Arab Madness are starting to feel the pressure as they're getting caught in quite a bit of crossfire coming in from across the region. Oh, but here we go. KDV now trying to defend their placement. Na'Vi trying to make their entry in towards the zone as well, coming in from that northeastern side, sending a quick grenade over towards the Arab Madness team. First one finds a bit of damage, but nothing too crucial just yet. Oh, but the last one seals the deal. Kitsune finishes it off. ResQ now on the far side, getting hit as Na'Vi starting to take aim. They are now starting to feel the adrenaline bumping up, getting them ready and prepped for the coming fight. FIDANZA now coming in with a few shots as well. The map is starting to heat up as the teams getting closer and closer together. Easy shot there over towards Blood. Oh, ResQ caught in quite a predicament and gets sent right on back into the lobby. Oh, Nasr now trying to rush on in, but the shots are coming in from Konina Power, stopping them dead in their tracks. 7 teams now remain. Konina Power now turning their attention over towards the players there from Game of Thrones. We also see the players here from KDV now just trying to capitalize on their positioning in that centralized portion. Oh, but down goes Game of Thrones. FIDANZA coming in, or rather Konina Power coming in with the hits, ending the match for them right there. And off they go. Konina Power now taking aim over towards Na'Vi. Down they go, right back into the lobby. 6 teams now remain. We got Gunz now trying to push in from this western edge. Well, Na'Vi still in play, as you can see, just off in the distance, situated over towards the north. GSG now trying to find their way through the hills, through the terrain, trying to get into a secure position. FIDANZA also now trying to make their own way on in. Heading up in the direction here of GSG. It is going to be a bit of an uphill battle for these 2 teams as they are caught up on the side. Of course, quite some distance still to cover to make it all the way in towards the zone. Here we go, though. The action about to unfold as they start taking aim. Start putting the shots across. FIDANZA now trying to rotate up into the zone. Oh, GSG now just left to battle it out. They're starting to succumb to the injuries one by one. Blue Zone now catching up with them. GSG deciding it is rather better to maybe try and rush in towards zone. But look at this now. Na'Vi trying to push on in. KDV putting up the defensive shots. We've got the players there from GSG also now just battling it out with FIDANZA as they try and push on in. FIDANZA just laying down the fire. GSG sitting on 1. FIDANZA sitting on 1. The players from Gunz over towards that western side. GSG still just feeling the pressure. Gunz finding the shots in towards them. Konina Power situated over towards the eastern side, but was also applying the pressure as they are trying to make their way on in towards the zone. KDV now still looking pretty fresh, sitting in the building, holding up on that compound, not letting it slip out of their hands just yet, defending it with everything they've got. Oh, but here we go. The shots now coming in. Gunz getting knocked out in the process. Will they be able to claim any damage? Will they be able to claim any shots? Konina Power now trying to make their rotation in as well as they come rushing in from the east, circling around over towards the south. We've got a few teams already situated right there, so it's going to be quite the tough entry for them. FIDANZA down to 1. Sats now just trying to quickly grab some loot before pushing in further towards the zone. Na'Vi is looking good on 2 players. KDV still on a full squad, taking quite a bit of damage though in the process. Konina Power now positioned, as you can see, over on the southeastern side. Trying to inch their way on up in towards the zone. Trying to use anything they can for cover. But here we go. Konina Power now making that rush. Nomi now pushing up right there alongside them. FIDANZA now out in the blue zone. Will this be the one where we see Konina Power getting knocked out and sent on back? KDV taking quite a bit of damage. 3 players remain for KDV. Konina Power still aggressively trying to get into that zone. As you can see, Nomi losing health. Down goes the team. And of course, taking quite a bit of damage. But Konina Power is not down and out just yet. They're still fighting. And with that, of course, they get sent right back. Pioneer, the MVP of the first round, gets sent into the lobby. Up comes KDV. Moving in, sitting on 12 kills. Applying the pressure over towards Navi now as they're trying to get in. FIDANZA still holding up in the blue zone. The two teams, however, now starting to battle it out. Navi getting knocked out. One goes down. One remains. Or will that be the nade? Beautiful grenade coming in there from KDV, just finding that spot. And now we move in a 1v4 for this final zone. Will it be KDV or will it be FIDANZA? Oh, beautiful grenade coming in there from FIDANZA. Another one getting sent on up. Lunatic now moving in. Spots FIDANZA on the side. Oh, FIDANZA putting down the aggression, but it is not enough. Up they come and seal the deal. Claim the chicken. The players there from KDV coming in with a beautiful finish. 15 kills alongside that chicken dinner. FIDANZA in second place coming in, as you can see, of course, wrapping up. They play with 9 kills. Navi, third place, wrapping it up with 8 kills. Konina Power in fourth place with 8 kills. We got the players from Gunz coming in fifth place with 5 kills. GSG claiming 6th place with 3 kills. And of course, Game of Thrones moving in to 7th with their 4 kills. NASR coming in to 8th place, as you can see there, with only 2 kills. But 8th place is better than nothing. Then of course, ResQ moving in to 9th, coming in with 5 kills. We see the players from Snitch moving into 10th place, going back to the lobby empty-handed. Got the Arab Madness coming in 11th, claiming 4 kills for this round. Of course, we move over to the team there from E9. 1 kill in 12th place. Pretty tough start. Feelings only getting up in towards 13th. We've got Vamos getting sent back in 14th place. And of course, the players from Destiny over in 15th with 2 kills. And then the players coming in there from the ARB Champions team over in 16th. Also getting sent back empty-handed. We've got the Alpha Legends coming in 17th place. And then last but not least, or should I say first, we've got the players from YaLLa getting sent back in 18th place. So what a tough zone that was. But what a play, what a finish that was, right up to the end. FIDANZA just holding on to that last moment, coming in, finding some beautiful shots, but unfortunately not being able to clutch things out against the KDV team. But of course, beautiful performance nonetheless. And we're about to move over towards our Sanhok map now. So things are going to get pretty spicy. Moving into our third match, I'm quite excited to see what these teams are going to be doing. So without further ado, let's jump on into the break and we'll see you guys right back after a short few minutes. What's up, guys? Welcome back. Right, we're getting ready to move on in towards Sanok, but before we do, let's have a quick look at the teams that we had, the performance we had in the previous round. And of course, as you can see there, these were our last 5 placements. We got the players there from KDV clutching that chicken dinner with 15 kills. We had FIDANZA in second place with 9 kills. We got Navi coming in third with also 9 kills. Konina Power coming in 4th place with 8 kills. And then, of course, we had Gunz finishing up, as you can see, right there in 3rd place with 5. Our MVP of the match, of course, going to KDV, Mr. G Brute, finishing off with 10 kills, managing to survive for 27 minutes and 23 seconds. Of course, we're going to be moving over in towards our overall standings. KDV moving up, sitting up in pole position with 39 points. Konina Power getting moved down into 2nd place, sitting on 37. We got FIDANZA, of course, over in 3rd place. We got Navi in 4th, trailing with 5 points behind FIDANZA. We got YaLLa over in 5th place. We got the players from hetFEELINGS in 6th. We got the team there from Snitch in 7th. We got Gunz over in 8th. And then, of course, Vamos over in 9th place. So we're jumping straight into the action, straight into the match. As you can see, the teams now all starting to make their way around through that map, trying to move in to a position. And, of course, we got that zone coming in as well. First phase taking us all the way up in towards the northwestern side. We got the action already starting off as the players here from GSG and YaLLa already starting things out early, getting into the action. So now we wait to see how far these teams are going to be able to get. Will YaLLa be able to make a comeback from this tough early start? As all the players here from GSG been putting in quite a bit of damage in towards them. We see the players from E9 also just over towards the western side. But here we go, the team's now just flanking through the buildings here, trying to grab some loot. YaLLa already 1 man down. Of course, jumping over towards Navi. You can see E9 quite spread out throughout the region here. The trifecta being quite an essential part, especially in the zone. See the teams, of course, now all taking occupation in this region. Navi now in a hot pursuit, trying to come in, trying to see if they can find those hits. Send one of the players from E9 into the lobby. We also see the players from ResQ situated over towards that western side. Konina Power now getting ahead by the players there from NASR. Oh, E9 just patiently waiting now for Navi. But up they come in full force, 3v1. The odds are against E9, and down goes their first player. Unfortunately, being quite separated from the rest of the team. Succumbing to the inevitable, as one would expect. But the shots, man, it's just coming in. And that was only the first bit of action we're about to see throughout this match. Navi moving in with their first kill. Only managing 13th place in the previous visit over towards the Sanok map. ResQ that we saw over towards the western side, of course, managing to clutch it out in the games that we were witnessing yesterday. Snitch now, of course, taking their position just on the eastern side of the bridge. Navi just on the opposite end. They heard the shots. Now they're inspecting. Trying to see if they could maybe find some of those shots. We see Alpha just over towards the east as well. So things could get quite interesting as the teams in there's not a lot of distance between them. A lot of close proximity action. And of course, here we have exactly that. Alpha Legends starting the fight off on their side, putting the shot straight in towards the ARB Legends. ARB Champions, sorry. Here we go, the shots now. Quick grenade, smoke grenade getting tossed across. Trying to get over towards a teammate, but the players here from the Alpha Legends now applying the pressure, pushing forward, trying to get in on the action. Will they be able to pull it off? Will they be able to get a clean wipe? Really tough positioning here for them. Oh. All those efforts trying to get over towards their fallen teammate has actually cost them one of their players. So now they're only sitting on a two-man team. Alush and L3 Alpha Legends. It's casually strolling up, enjoying the free loot that they're getting in the process. But here they come now. Alpha Legends now starting to push forward, applying the pressure on towards the ARB champions. Let's see, will Alpha be able to get a clean swipe on this one? A clean wipe, quick few defensive hits coming in here now from the ARB team. But Alpha just pushing up aggressively, finding the first few shots. One player remains. Alush, the last hopeful for ARB. Alpha in a hot pursuit. Oh, gets one knock in. There we go. Oh, fair change, and down they go. ARB getting sent right back into the lobby. So two teams already taking that very unwanted trip back into the lobby. We left now with 16 teams, 60 players still alive. Now we wait to see how the teams are going to be approaching this phase, as the blue zone has almost closed in completely. Curious to see where the next one is going to be taking us, what these teams are then of course going to be doing with that. Are we going to be seeing a mountainous finish? The players here from FIDANZA now just trying to catch up, trying to make their way on over. And of course, quite a few teams already moving in towards that very centralized position within the zone. A few straggling teams still caught on the outside. We've got the players there from FIDANZA on the far eastern side. Vamos coming in right behind Konina. Power now in from that southeastern side of the zone. Still continuing on, heading up further in towards that northwestern island. So this could be where we see Navi potentially striking back. ResQ, of course, clutching the chicken out on the previous Sandhawk visit. So will they once again come in with a chicken dinner? Will we see one of the teams step up, oppose them, potentially maybe send them back into the lobby? We will find out soon enough, of course, waiting to see what is going to be happening on that eastern front over towards Paradise. So we've got Game of Thrones and the players from the Arab Madness situated on that side. Feelings also still making their way on in. But here we go, jumping over in towards that south part of the zone. We've got FIDANZA and the players here from Gunz just trying to battle it out. Trying to make their way on in. Fortunately, we're only in the second phase. So the blue zone not doing a lot of damage just yet. Oh, nice exchange though coming in. Gunz stepping up, finding a quick, easy hit over in towards FIDANZA. Seems like a 3v3 battle. Yes, in fact, it is. Gunz sitting on 3 players. FIDANZA sitting on 3 players. Utilities not getting sent on up. Both these teams just sitting south of the zone. Curious to see whether they're going to try and finish up the fight in the blue before pushing further up in towards the zone. Or going to be seeing one of these teams deciding to potentially try and rotate out. Push into zone. Doesn't seem like they're going to try and get those rotations in. FIDANZA could still possibly pull off a quicker rotation, making it over on towards that safe zone. But here we go. Gunz now just still continuing their push, heading further forward. You can see the action, of course, now coming in as the players there from the Arab Madness team is finding a few easy hits now as they push on in towards Feelings. Feelings getting caught right there on the edge of that blue zone as it's now pushing its way on in. Arab Madness still just frantically looking for that last remaining player. Well, in fact, there's 2 of the players still remaining for Feelings. It's a pretty tough start for most of these teams. We see several teams actually still in the blue zone. Of course, as the zone progresses forward, as we continue through the phases, the damage coming in from the blue gets incrementally higher. And there goes another player from FIDANZA now getting taken out. Gunz Esports not done with the fight for the time being. They want to stick it out. They want to battle it out as long as they can. So let's see now who will be the victors of this fight. Will it be FIDANZA or will it be Gunz Esports? Hopefully they'll conclude this fight because the longer they stay here, the more health they are losing. see FIDANZA. Oh, beautiful shot coming in there from Gunz. So will this be the end for FIDANZA as Gunz is now starting to push on forward, heading straight in towards them. Beautiful retaliation though coming in. Hamdi getting knocked right out. We got Raduf now quickly rotating back, as you can see that zone continuing further north. So just increasing the distance that these teams need to cover to try and get all the way in. See GSG now still holding up over in towards boot camp, but they also need to get rotating. You get the players here from Alpha just holding up on the edge of the shoreline. Konina Power making a quick bit of a dash there, trying to get over on towards that northwestern island. Alpha taking a little bit of damage. A little bit of exposure coming in there for them. Not completely hidden in the terrain just yet. GSG just capitalizing on that factor. And of course, here they go. Now trying to rotate on up. We see a few more teams still situated all the way down in the south. But here we go. Vamos and E9 now starting to go head to head right on the side of the cliff here. Moving into that mountainous region. Oh, and Vamos gets sent right on off into the lobby. Caught in quite the bit of a sandwich. YaLLa, Konina Power, and E9 on all the sides around them. Pretty tough spot to be fighting from. But now we could see a few more potential shots coming in as the players here from Alpha trying to push forward in towards that zone. Game of Thrones now just gatekeeping them right there on the edge. They also haven't been able to secure themselves within the zone. Unfortunately, they don't have a lot of ground to cover to make it in. They're now focused over on towards Alpha, trying to get their heads in. Oh, beautiful distraction coming in there. Chats just finding the shots on through towards Game of Thrones. But look at this rotation now coming in from Alpha. Sneaking in right behind them. Chats, of course, still holding at this front. Trying to distract the players there from Game of Thrones. But the blue zone is moving in regardless of what's happening on the map. Not waiting for anyone. You can see Snitch also just on the back end there. So quite a bit of potential for third body shots to be coming in. Alpha now getting caught out in that blue zone. So they need now try and find their way into zone. Trying to squeeze in without suffering too much damage in the process. You can see also just up ahead we've got the players from the Arab Madness team just patiently waiting right there on the edge of the zone. Let's see what will happen as the shots now start flying in. Oh, Alpha and Arab Madness. Here we go. Riyadh now just quickly trying to recover some health as Alpha starts pushing in on him. Oh, beautiful defense from Riyadh. Badran now comes up, finds the shots. Oh, beautifully played. Down goes Riyadh. The rest of the Arab Madness team now just waiting down below. You see Alpha also claiming a shot in on the team there from Game of Thrones. So even though they spread out, they are still fighting. Still pushing forward. Still trying to make their way into the zone. 14 teams remain. 45 players still alive. Quite the bit of a battle still remaining for these teams. Alright, so Alpha gets another confirmed kill. Still just holding up on the edge. The blue zone once again on the move. We're in the fourth phase. The damage has gone up. Will the teams be able to survive in the blue? Oh, beautiful positioning there coming in from the Alpha Legends. Just finding the shots in towards the Arab Madness, but we get a beautiful retaliation now coming in. Chaos now just trying to rush on in. I'm pretty sure he will not make it up to his teammates. He also has the team there from Game of Thrones just up ahead of him, but as you can see, the players here from Gunz going head to head with GSG, also battling things out in the blue zone. So quite a few battles erupting in the blue. Haven't seen this in quite a while. So many teams caught in the blue. Everyone just being absolutely reluctant to move away from the fight. So Gunz looking fairly decent just up ahead of GSG. But of course the players here from KDV are also trying to make their way on in. Well, we see KDV just sneaking in up on them. finding a quick few easy kills in the process. Well, if the players here from Gunz has anything to say with that, it's probably going to be a no, as they are applying the pressure over towards GSG. Oh, but let's see. This could maybe be the end. Gunz now seem to be down to only one remaining player. Amodi now caught behind the tree. Up comes Kamara. Finds a beautiful shot. One player now remains. Tudor, the remaining hopeful. Oh, and we get into a nice heal strat coming in. It's a little bit early, but either way, the players are still going to try. As you can see, the players there, of course, now also from the Arab Madness team, just getting claimed by the Blue Zone. In fact, the Blue Zone starting to claim so many players. The ResQ also not too far away from Gunz's position. Oh, just look at that kill feed lighting up. Blue Zone reigning supreme over on Sanok. Let's see, will Gunz be able to outlast this one? No, up comes GSG, finding the hits. Navi looking very strong, really well positioned within that zone. As you can see, the rest of the teams now all trying to find their way on in, trying to squeeze into the zone. Snitch now also still out in the blue. Just trying to heal Navi, getting one of their players knocked in the process. E9 just up ahead now of Kitsune. YaLLa also now moving into the Valley of Death. Oh, the shots now flying up. Navi getting hit in the process, but of course taking aim all around them. E9 looking fairly strong in the compound. Capitalizing on that Destiny, now starting to push on in as well, coming in. Are we going to see them pull up on YaLLa? Ooh, Game of Thrones out in the blue. 9 teams remain. 18. Ooh, 15 players now alive. Up comes Destiny with a bit of a late push on in from this northern side. But it could still work in their favor. As you can see, Game of Thrones now just getting taken down there by Masterpiece in the kill feed. Destiny still trying to push on up. E9 now right up ahead of them. Sitting there like a wall they need to try and get over. The ResQ, of course, right up at the top as well. So this could be quite the position for ResQ, as we've seen them clutch it out before on Sanok. Their last visit, they got that chicken dinner. Destiny now still trying to push on forward. They claimed second place in the previous round. Only 2 placements away from getting that once again. But are they going to try and push in for the chicken dinner? We'll find out. Beast now getting knocked out there. The players from E9 putting up a pretty strong defense. Oh, here we go. As Destiny starts moving in, 2 players now remain for E9. 1 player remains, Masterpiece, the last hopeful. Very low on health, as you can see, Destiny just absolutely surrounding them. Blue Zone coming in. Masterpiece not able to heal up fast enough. Destiny now trying to make their way around. Was quite a few obstacles remain in front of them. Down goes Konina power. It is now ResQ and Destiny left to battle it out for that chicken dinner. Very familiar position we see both these teams in. Last time they were here, they both were sitting in a very similar position. Destiny ended off in second place. We saw ResQ finishing up in that pole position. Will we see a repeat of that, or will the tables turn in favor of Destiny? It seems like they might actually be able to find their way around and maybe get up to the top. If not, it's going to be a very tough finish for them. You see 2 of the Destiny players here now trying to find their way around as that blue zone is closing in. ResQ doesn't seem to be too phased whatsoever. They are safe. They are comfortable. There's no need to try and push any further. We'll see now where the next phase takes us. Will it force the players from ResQ to come out of their hiding? Get out of their comfort zone and try to push forward, trying to find a decent place to fight from. Of course, now this is where it gets super challenging. Just look at that zone. ResQ now caught on the opposite end. The zone now turning in favor of Destiny. Oh, will this be the redemption for Destiny? Will they be able to clutch that chicken dinner from ResQ? ResQ now trying to make their way forward. As you can see, the grenades are coming in. Beautiful one coming in there from World Alone. finding a little bit of damage in towards Neymar. So Tick and Wild alone now just frantically moving about, trying to see if they can find a proper way to get themselves into that zone. Got only a few options, and well, it seems like they're gonna have to try and drop, and that could be dropping right into second place. Just barely managing to find a spot in the zone. Neymar, of course, just below Tick. Tick now just trying to get a good idea of where the rest of the team is. But here we go, moving in. Things are proving to be quite challenging. Destiny, however, now sitting quite comfortable within the zone. No need to move. No need to worry. We got 15 seconds actually left on the clock until this blue zone starts moving up once again. ResQ not giving up just yet, sending a quick one over. Oh, Tick jumping down, landing right below Neymar. Oh, here they go, rushing in. Neymar finds the head in towards Tick. Oh, so ResQ down to only one. Will Wild alone be able to clutch it out against Neymar? Shots now getting sent over. Oh, beautiful hit, but up comes Destiny. Redeems themselves and claims the chicken dinner. Finishing off the match, as you can see, coming in with 7 kills. Wow, what a turn of events that was. ResQ coming in second place, finishing on 7 kills as well. And then Konina Power making it up in towards third place, managing 7 kills. So it seems like 7 is kind of the number to have when you are on the Sanhok map. Of course, absolutely insane performance coming in from the teams here. Brutal zone. Not gonna lie, that was pretty crazy. But man, oh man, what a play that was. Just looking at the standings here on the side, you can see... Ooh, quite a few teams getting sent back into the lobby empty-handed. Fortunately, Navi and GSG, both teams managing to bring in a few kills before getting sent off. Navi, of course, managing to get in 5 kills. GSG ending off on 4 kills. We've got the players here from Gunz also then coming in 12th place. They with 4. We got the ARB Madness team coming in 13th place with 6 kills. We got the Alpha Legends all the way in 14th place. But not getting sent back empty-handed, managing to bring in 6 kills. So that does count at least. Man, what a play, what a play. Vamos in 15th place. FIDANZA coming in 16th, getting sent back with 1 kill. We got the players here from the ARB Champions finishing up in 17th place. And then last but not least, we've got the players from NASR finishing up in 18th place, but at least managing to bring in 1 kill in the process. So there we go. There we have it. What a match that was. Sanhok, brutal as ever. Absolutely insane play for coming in here from the teams. And of course, now we're going to be moving over towards Erangel to see how things are going to end up in our final match. Give us your predictions. Give us your thoughts. Let us know, who do you think is going to be clutching it out. And of course, we'll see you guys right back after the break, getting into the action with that final match. So stay tuned. What's up, guys? Welcome back. We're getting ready to move into our fourth and final match. But before we do, let's have a quick look at what we saw in the previous match over on Sanhok. Of course, as you can see there, here are our top 5 teams in that last match. Destiny coming in with 7 kills in pole position, lasting 1 second longer than ResQ, getting that redemption. Of course, ResQ also finishing off with 7 kills. Konina Pubg coming in with 7 kills as well. So top 3 teams finishing off with the same scores. E9 finishing up in 4th place with 6 kills. And then, of course, the players there from KDV claiming 5th place. But unfortunately, getting sent back empty-handed in that round. And, of course, our MVP for that round was Naymud with the 3 kills. The highest kills for players surviving, also 20 minutes and 55 seconds. Which brings us over in towards our overall rankings. As you can see here, Konina Power is still now just moving back up into pole position. Just kicking down KDV from that pole slot down into 2nd. But also moving up with 9-point lead. Of course, in 3rd place, we've got the players coming in there from ResQ. We see them down over in 3rd place, trailing behind by quite a few points. So this could mean that either KDV or Konina Power could be the team to win this one here today. But of course, without much further ado, let's jump straight into the match. You can see that flight path coming in from Quarry and making its way over towards Stolber. So now we wait to see where the teams are going to be dropping down. A very similar flight path to what we had in the first game here today. The teams, of course, all moving out into very similar positions as we saw in game 1. But of course, now the question comes in. Will we see a repeat of game 1 coming in? Will we have the same teams reigning supreme once again? Or will it be completely different? Will we see someone else, in fact, stepping up? Destiny, of course, now heading straight back in towards Severny. We got the players there from Navi heading up in towards North George. Not far away from where we saw them in the second match on that first visit. Of course, they headed over into a shooting range, so not a big differentiation we've got there. We've got the players there from Feelings, of course, now making their way on over in towards Georgia Paul South. So that is their home territory. Last time they managed to clutch that chicken dinner away, but of course not jumping up in towards Pachinki. You can see the players here from Gunz and KDV dropping down, getting into the action once again. So will we see a different turn of events? Will we see KDV clutch it? Will we see Gunz clutch it? Who will be the victors? Ooh, quick grenade now coming in there from Hamodi. Is it Hamdi? Can't really see if that's an O or a D, but either way, here we are. Looks like an O. Right, but Lunatic now dropping down up on the roof. Get Gunz now starting to move on up. So let's see if these teams have learned anything from their previous engagement. Not too long ago, just 3 games back, we saw them battling it out. Of course, the shots now starting to come in. But let us know in the chat, who do you think is going to be clutching it out in this game? Who will come out of this one the victor? Of course, who do you think is going to be the overall winners? Will it be Konina? Will it be KDV? Will we see ResQ or FIDANZA? Maybe even Navi pushing up. We also have Destiny just trailing right behind them. 3 teams, in fact, sitting on 26 points. That is FIDANZA, Navi, and Destiny. But here we go. KDV now pushing up. They've got 9 points to make up to get ahead of Konina. One of our MVPs just up ahead there, Mr. Brute, G Brute. Just holding that position. Evo Station just on the opposite end there, holding up on that eastern front. Providing that extra little bit of cover. Bit of pre-fire coming in here now from Hamdi. The team's not taking a bit of a passive approach. They know what's at stake. They don't want to risk it all. Gunz at this point have nothing to lose, but there's a lot of pressure coming in for KDV. They need to defend their second place positioning overall and potentially try and improve that. Get that all the way up in towards pole position. They've already gotten one chicken dinner. Let's see, will they make it a second? So far, the chicken dinners have been shared across the board. KDV getting the first. We got one coming in from Destiny in the last game. And then, of course, YaLLa clutching one out over on Miramar. So let's see. Will KDV be able to get yet another chicken dinner? Fortunately for them, the Gunz team not pushing up too aggressively. Not trying to risk everything just yet. Gives a bit of an opportunity here for KDV to move up over further in towards the north. But now we've got the red zone coming into play as well. As you can see, that zone is shifting over towards the east. Just being inclusive of Pubg. So the teams situated over towards the western front. We're going to see those teams trying to move on in. I'm quite keen to see whether or not the teams are going to start with any early rotations to find that positioning. As you can see, of course, on the far side here up in Georgia Paul, we got the players from Feelings and ResQ. Here we go now, ResQ starting to move on up. We've got that one knock already coming through on towards them. Ooh, quick res coming in, ResQ coming in with a rock and a roll as they make their way on through. Quick knock once again over towards Flex. Now Coyote now pushing up further. Let's see, will Gon be able to defend against the Coyote as they are trying to get that jump on them. Trying to push in to get the hits. The rest of the Feeling squad now getting rushed. As you can see, Monster now just trying to quickly get out of that pressure cooker. As the pressure is just starting to mount in on towards them. Up comes ResQ getting ready to push. A quick shot coming in there from Monster as well. Just trying to contribute to the action that we've got off in the distance. So ResQ now having two players knocked. The other two now starting to push on in. Will they be able to get the finishing hits in on Feelings, or will Feelings clutch it out? Well, so far, Monster managing to get knocked out in the process. We got Flex and Gon, both of them now up and at it once again. Moving in to get the first in over towards Tick. So Wild, Alone, and Blood, the two remaining players. Pretty sure Tick will not make it through this one. Unless, of course, ResQ can get over towards Tick in, I don't know, next to nothing. Flex now getting knocked out in the process. The Feelings yet again down to one player. Gone, almost gone. Just trying to get that res in. See Wild Alone now getting ready. Prepping things up. Doing a little bit of pre-fire across. Feelings getting ready to rotate out. It's interesting to see the team still hanging around, even though that zone has shifted up in towards the east. But more than enough opportunity here to get out safely, make it in towards the next zone, in towards the next phase. As that blue zone is now starting to move on up, and that is exactly what Feelings is doing. Getting their rotation sorted. Of course, ResQ, unaware of that rotation, now focusing their full attention up over towards the buggy in the hopes that they could maybe find some movement. Wild Alone waiting for someone to get into the buggy, but no one is going to come. FIDANZA now pushing up against Snitch, finding a quick shot in towards them. Quark getting knocked out. Sats also just getting knocked out, but Snitch just relocating and moving just over in towards that northwestern portion, just on the outskirts of Shelter. I see FIDANZA also down to a 3-man team. Now we wait to see what these teams are going to be doing. Will we see FIDANZA push up over towards Snitch? Snitch now playing the waiting game, waiting to see what is going to be happening. Will FIDANZA try and rotate out and maybe push up towards them? Sleepy just quickly scanning the area there. Ooh, but now we jump over towards KDV. They've managed to rotate out of Pubg. YaLLa now just flying right past them, heading in towards the east as that blue zone is making its way on up. The team's now starting to relocate over towards that eastern front. Now we wait to see if any of these teams are going to be pushing up into compounds that are already occupied by opposing teams, or will they be able to find a spot, a decent spot, that could take them in towards the next phase? Or will they have to rotate up once again? So YaLLa now just pulling up on top of the hill. Here we go, getting ready. They feel this is a good fit. You can see E9 just behind them, taking up position right on the top of the hill. So E9 has spotted the movement from YaLLa. But of course, there we go. We have the map continuing further east with that zone. We got the players from Alpha, Game of Thrones, and then of course the players right there alongside them. This is going to be pretty hot and spicy. We got Snitch also situated right there. FIDANZA still just sitting over towards the south of their position. But down from the south, the teams are starting to move on up. We got the players there from the ARB Champions making their push on over from the Sosnovka Island. GSG right there to greet them. And we got the players from Konina Power also just starting to improve their own position, pushing further in towards the north, trying to get in towards that centralized position. Vamos also not too far away either. So this is going to be quite the interesting zone. A few more teams still making that long trek all the way from the west. We see ResQ still holding up in a hospital in South George. Navi now making their rotation, heading north for some reason, probably trying to grab a vehicle along the way. And we see Feelings just making entry in towards the zone, but they're not in the safe zone just yet. We're going to be seeing them probably rotating through Yasnaya. Could maybe have them taking up a position in the far north. There we go, they're just flanking around. Now the players here from E9 getting shot as they are trying to rotate up. FIDANZA on the sending side, putting the hits across towards them. Vamos also right there. It's a very risky rotation coming in there from E9, but it paid off. They managed to get through it, managed to get away. But now the red zone has come into play as well. Will they be able to get out of the red zone on time, or are they going to get caught? Always a tough one for the teams to pick the ideal position to try and pull into. So far, it seems like E9 is fairly happy with their positioning, but up comes Game of Thrones now moving in from the northwest. See Snitch right there alongside them, and of course a few more shots coming in from the northeast. Moving up right here on the outskirts of shelter. You can see Konina Power just up ahead. All the shots from Game of Thrones find their way on over towards them, as they are now just quickly trying to get the lay of the land. You can see the players here from Alpha and the Arab Madness team in the vicinity of prison. So Arab Madness now taking up position up on the roof. Two of the players up on the roof, the other two are hanging back. Riyadh and WGN just waiting on the far side. W6N, either way, same person. Alright, so Alpha now just trying to see if they can find an approach. Coming in with a bit of a split. Can't exactly call that a 2-2 split, but a split nonetheless. So Chaos now quickly just rotating back. Get a bit of action coming in there in the bottom right side, as well as you can see the teams drawing nearer. So quite a bit of action unfolding across the map as the teams are getting into the action. All 18 teams are still alive. 13 minutes in. We got 63 players still in play. Now we wait to see what's going to be happening. Will we see the shots from Alpha over towards the Arab Madness team? 2-2 split coming in here for Arab Madness. So quite a nice positioning. They can gather quite a bit of information. Potentially find an angle in on Alpha. But Alpha now getting ready to move. Will we see them pushing further in towards the zone? We have the blue zone on the way as well. So things could definitely start heating up as the teams are now making their way on up to try and get ahead of that blue zone. Position themselves within the next phase. So not a lot coming from this fight just yet. Arab Madness now just trying to tap a few shots across. Spot a little bit of movement, and they find the first head in towards Jody. Riyadh also adding in his 10 cents into the process. You can see the players here from Feelings now on the way up as well. There we go. That zone now just continuing onwards. We'll see where the next phase is going to be taking us. But the Feelings team now starting to push on over in towards Lipovka. You got the team there from ARB all the way down in the south. And that zone shifts over towards the east, in towards Malta Power. You don't see any teams over in the Malta Power region just yet. But this whole lobby has going to try and move in, try and squeeze in. You can see Navi now coming in with a quick rotation there. Kitsune now making a quick rush for it. Heading in right between the Arab Madness team. Of course, we got Alpha on the opposite end. Destiny also coming in from the north. Game of Thrones, Snitch, YaLLa, Vamos, NASR, and the players there from Gunz all moving in from the west. So it is going to be an absolutely jam-packed zone for these teams to battle it out. Oh, just look, we're going to be seeing this action now. This is what we've been waiting for. What a finish. What a late zone to be moving into. All 18 teams still in play. This is going to be an absolute insane bloodbath. And now up comes Navi. Finding a quick few shots across. You can see Destiny getting knocked out as GSG is also finding a quick few shots in. Feelings putting a few hits up as well. Oh, everyone now making that trek, making that dash, trying to squeeze on up, trying to squeeze on in. Absolutely chaotic, and Destiny now getting hit as Navi starting to push on up, finding a few more hits in towards them. Quick grenade, would that be the one to end it off? Destiny just getting almost obliterated by that grenade. Moza just holding on strong. We got Beast also just on the back end there to provide a little bit of support. But Beast is now also trying to put a quick few shots over in towards the Arab Madness team, as you can see just up ahead of them. Navi now continuing to push on forward as we see a quick rotation coming in there from Destiny. Moza breaking off and getting in towards zone, but Beast now left to fend for himself. Navi trying to push in, trying to get that angle in on Destiny. Ooh, beautiful grenade getting sent up once again. Finds a little bit of damage. Not enough, though, to send Beast back just yet. But Navi is not going to stop. They're going to continue to try and push forward. Up they come, applying the pressure. Snitch now flying in right between them. Off they go now. Navi getting that rotation. The shots flying in. Blue zone starting to move on up. All 18 teams still in play. 3 phases in. Quick shot coming in here from Boss. Sending the hits over across towards the players from the Arab Madness. But the shots are finding their way on through. Everyone now moving in towards zone. The pressure is mounting. The pressure is building. The teams are about to erupt into chaos. 56 players still alive. 18 teams. All 18 teams still in the mix. We've seen a few of them getting taken down to only 1 or 2 players. Navi, though, still looking pretty strong, pretty decent. The Arabs also just up ahead there. The Arab Madness team just holding up strong. But up comes the blue zone now, forcing Navi to rotate. Will they find the shots in towards Beast? We got Boss getting blown up. Not quite sure what happened there, but the hits are coming in from all directions as the teams are continuing to push on forward. You can see the Gunz team also trying to find their way in. Ooh, Boss getting thirsted. The hits finding their way on through, and up comes Gun rushing right up towards Navi. You can see the zone just moving up towards the north once again. So a few teams down in the south needing to make that trek, needing to try and squeeze back on up in towards the zone. So we could potentially even see a prison finish coming in, and that would be super interesting. Of course, now as you can see, we got the team there from Snitch situated over towards that northeastern side rather of the zone. Prison for the time being completely open. Game of Thrones, GSG, and the players here from Konina Power just battling it out in the lumberyard. Up they come, GSG pushing in on Game of Thrones. Konina Power just holding up in the north. This could be quite a tough sandwich here for Game of Thrones that they could find themselves in. But of course, the molly's now coming in from GSG, sending them right on back. The first team to get sent off Game of Thrones. The first team to warm up the lobby. The final lobby that we are witnessing now. Oh, here we go. GSG now once again going at it. Sending a quick shot over towards Konina Power. Finding that shot into Pioneer. Was actually, in fact, one of our MVPs not too long ago. Konina Power now moving up in a bit of a defensive line. Waiting to see what GSG is going to be doing. But of course, a few more teams still continuing to push in from the south. So you could yet again see another sandwich as we see the shots coming in with a third party up from E9 coming in there from the western side. Just picking off the players here from GSG as they are trying to focus their attention over towards Konina Power. Oh, but the grenades are just getting sent in, beautifully placed. Konina Power now feeling the pressure as their players are getting knocked out one by one. Down to only 2 players. Not too sure if they'll be able to get that res in, but Kamara now sending a quick nade across. Will that one find its way? Just still cooking it up. Oh, the zone shifting up once again. We're heading into our 5th phase. 15 teams still alive. 41 players remain, and of course we've got a few fights now breaking out throughout the map. As the teams, so many teams, are all getting forced together. You can see down on the right-hand side, the action just erupting between the teams. We've got ARB there, of course, battling it out. Just trying to hold their own right there on that northeastern side. Ooh, KDV finding a quick one in towards them. And of course, now here comes GSG. Finds a quick shot in towards Konina. E9 still sitting pretty on the west. Not pushing up just yet for the time being. Just picking away at the players. Konina Power, of course, suffering quite a few casualties. A few well-placed grenades making their way on through. KDV sending the hits in towards the ARB team. Sending them off. Potentially. Let's see now. GSG finding a few shots in towards YaLLa. So let's see. Will the two here now, Kamara and YaLLa, push on up over towards Konina Power? Well, they definitely are trying their best. Finds the first shot on in. Nomi now the last remaining hopeful for Konina Power. Konina Power, rather. Sitting up in pole position. Will they get sent back in 14th place? GSG really pushing up aggressively, finding the hits on in and ends it for them right there. Sends them right back into the lobby. But we now seeing the players here from Alpha and YaLLa battling it out. The Alpha Legends coming in from the eastern side. YaLLa holding strong, but NASR coming in from the west. Oh, just look at the zone. Absolute insanity. E9 sitting there right alongside GSG. We got YaLLa now getting third-partied from both sides. KDV still holding on. Feelings just up ahead as well. Oh, the hits coming in from YaLLa. Yamaz finding a beautiful shot. Let's see, will they be able to continue forward with that momentum? Yes, Chaos gets knocked out once again, and now there could only be 1 or 2 players remaining for the Alpha team. So let's see, will Alpha be able to capitalize on this? Will YaLLa be able to move on? They're still looking fairly strong. 4 players still alive. As you can see, Alpha down to 2. But we have a little bit of action, of course, now erupting on the opposite end of the map as the teams are all trying to push on in. Navi, of course, battling it out right there on the edge of that blue zone. But here we go, the shots flying back and forth. Oh, E9 and GSG also battling it out over on that southwestern side. YaLLa still trying to apply the pressure, trying to get the shots in towards Alpha. Not managing to find the hits just yet. Of course, one of the players from Alpha just bleeds out and gets sent back into the lobby. But here we go. Alpha now just trying to put up the defensive play. Snitch coming in with the third-party hits as well. 9 teams remain. You can see Navi just there ahead of the players, of course, from the Arab Madness team over on the right-hand side down in the corner. But on the main screen, the players are still pushing up. YaLLa trying to get on in. Alpha now trying to make a quick run for it, trying to get up in towards zone. Snitch just up ahead of them. So many teams just lining the zone. This is going to be absolute madness. The team's not just going ham all across the map. Navi finding 2 easy shots. Will they find the last shot? Yes, there we go. The players from the Arab Madness team getting sent into the lobby. Now right up ahead of them, we've got the team from GSG trying to squeeze on in that zone, shrinking in once again. Getting smaller and smaller. Feelings situated on that northeastern side. Snitch on the east. Everyone now needs to try and squeeze on in. There's not enough space for all these teams, but they're definitely going to try. Everyone's going to try and move in. Navi taking a few hits coming in there from GSG, but that will not stop the teams. Everyone is still going to continue trying to push on in. Oh, Snitch getting sent back. Beautiful grenade coming in there from Alpha. Now we are down to 6 teams, almost in the top 5. YaLLa making their move, trying to squeeze on in, but GSG is setting up a beautiful gatekeep down over in that southwestern side, just keeping the teams at bay. Will they be able to capitalize on that? Oh, Navi steps in, finds the shots in towards Andelito, stands there right back. But here we go. Navi now trying to capitalize on their position up in the north. Will they reign supreme? Alpha right there, almost within the zone. You can see Feelings also just trying to squeeze on in. GSG now trying to move on up, trying to strong arm the teams. Will they be able to pull it off? YaLLa also still battling to squeeze into the zone. Quite the uphill battle coming in here for the teams, but we are down to our final 5. 9 players remain. GSG coming in with 3 players. Navi sitting on 2. YaLLa sitting on 2. Alpha and Feelings both sitting on 1 player apiece. Oh, Reman taking a few hits in the process there. GSG now just trying to get a quick idea of what is going on, where the shots are coming from, and how they should rotate up in towards the next one. Alpha getting sent back there thanks to YaLLa. GSG is sending a quick one over towards Navi. Oh, absolute bombardment across the map as Feelings now trying to move on in. Flex just trying to squeeze their way in towards the zone. YaLLa applying the same approach, just trying to inch their way on up. Zone shifting up in favor of Navi, but Feelings sending a quick grenade over. Finds a little bit of damage over in towards Navi. Let's see, will GSG be able to strong arm their way into the zone? Only a few players remain up ahead of them. 8 players alive, 4 teams. GSG not getting ready to move on up. Navi sitting on 10 kills. Really decent approach here. Oh, finds a quick few shots. Fortunately, GSG is able to get out of the vehicle just to fall back in time. But Navi gets a knock in towards them. YaLLa gets a knock in towards them. Oh, GSG now sitting on 14 kills. Raking in yet another one. Up comes the nades, now getting sent on in. Navi now trying to defend their position, trying to squeeze on in, trying to make their way, trying to clutch that chicken. GSG sitting on 1. Navi loses a player. 5 now remain. We're pretty much on a 1v1 across the board. Yep, there we go. It is confirmed. GSG now rushing, or rather getting rushed by Navi. Oh, the shots come in. Down goes Navi. 3 teams remain. Down goes GSG, YaLLa, and Feelings battling out, and Feelings managed to swoop the kill away. Gets the chicken dinner, coming in with 6 kills. What a play, what a play. YaLLa coming in 2nd place with 5 kills. GSG, man, look at that. 16 kills in 3rd place. What a play coming in there by GSG. Navi, of course, taking 4th place. We got the players from Alpha coming in 5th place. Navi finished off with 11 kills. Well freaking done. Destiny up in 6th place with 1 kill. We got Snitch over in 7th place. And of course, the team there from NASR finishing up in 8th place with 2 kills. We got the Arab Madness team over in 9th place with 5 kills. ResQ over in 10th place with 2. We got the players, of course, from E9 coming in 11th place. Unfortunately, getting sent back empty-handed. So they were sitting in 8th place before this match. Will that be the same, or will we see a change coming in on that leaderboard? ARB Champions coming in 12th place, getting sent off with 3 kills. KDV, the team currently sitting in 2nd place on that leaderboard. Will they remain in the same position, or will they get sent down? Or will they get kicked out of 2nd place? Of course, finishing off in 13th there with 6 kills. So not a bad amount of kills though, gotta admit. But we also have the players currently sitting in pole position before this match. Konina Power coming in 14th place, only managing 2 kills. Will that be enough to hold on to that pole position? Of course, the Gunz team coming in here in 15th place, getting sent back empty-handed. Vamos coming in 16th with 1 kill. We got FIDANZA coming in 17th place there, also with 1 kill. And then Game of Thrones coming in 18th place, getting sent back empty-handed. So, well, this is now the moment we've been waiting for. What a change up that has been. Coming into this match, it looked pretty decided as to who the teams are going to be that stand a really good chance of winning the overall leaderboard. But of course, now that could have been changed. Of course, we're going to be seeing what that leaderboard is looking like in a short few moments. Of course, we're going to be taking a quick break just to get everything sorted, get everything ready, and we'll bring you right back with the overall results to give you an idea of who is the team that has won themselves the victors, the title of the champions for Stay at Home 3. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a short few moments. But of course, we'll see you back. Stay tuned. All right, well, here we are. As you can see, the top 5 teams and their placements. So we saw the players there from hetFEELINGS, of course, coming in there, finishing with 7 kills. YaLLa over in second with 5. GSG with 16 kills in third place. Navi in fourth with 11. And of course, Alpha finishing up in fifth place with 4 kills. We have our MVP as well. It is Mr. eFlex coming in there with 6 kills for the team. Absolutely insane performance. Well done, well done. Beautiful job. But of course, well, we're not going to be showing you the final results just yet. If you want to see the final results, stay tuned to the social media. The overall standings will, of course, be dropped right over there. There we go. Thank you so much to everyone. Thank you to every viewer that watched the stream. Thank you to all the teams for participating, making this an absolutely insane event. Crazy action all the way through every single day. Absolutely phenomenal stuff. But of course, thank you so much once again. If you're new to the channel and you have not yet hit the subscribe button down below, please do so. Leave us a like, and we look forward to seeing you in the future as we continue with more events. But that is going to bring us to the end of the event here this evening. Have a fantastic time, and of course, the results will be posted over on social media. So be sure to follow Blackjack Esports as well as the team there from Gods United Esports to stay up to date with the results. That is going to be it for us here. So have a fantastic evening and see you all later.